Hey guys, welcome to page 4 of your test review. This page will cover number 29 through number 40. And if you don't have enough room, you can do this in your notebook. Not a big deal, okay? Please have it done. Your test is next week. 29 says, given the recursive formula for a geometric sequence, find the explicit formula, the first 5 terms, and the term name in the problem. So 3 things you have to do for this one, okay? First of all, you have to go and find the explicit formula. So what is that explicit formula going to look like? Well, A of n is equal to your first term, which is -2, times your r, this is your r, n minus 1. And there you have your explicit formula. All right, let's go ahead and find the next term. It says find the term name. I'm looking for the 11th term. So, -2 times 2 raised to the 11 minus 1. All right, and you just type that into your calculator, keep you from doing a lot of work. Here we go. -2 times 2 raised to the 11 minus 1. You could really just do 10, okay? Equals -2048. So this is your 11th term, okay? Next, you are going to find the first 5 terms. How would you go about that? Well, the first term is -2. You're going to take -2 times your r, your ratio, which is 2. 2 times -2 is -4 times 2, -8 times 2, -16 times 2, -32. So you have your 5 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So there you have your 5 terms. All right. Next part, number 30. So there's number 29. Number 30, you do the same thing. So let me get out of that real quick. Explicit formula. Let's see what our explicit formula is going to look like. A of n is equal to your first term. What's your first term? 4 times your ratio of 3, n minus 1. So there you have your explicit. Now it says, hey, go find me my 10th term, starting at 4. 4 times 3 raised to the 10 minus 1, okay? So 4 parentheses, 3, or you can do times, it doesn't matter, raised to the 9th. And the 10th term is going to be 78,732. Now we are going to go and find our terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Starting with number 4. Notice your R is a 3. So 4 times 3, 12 times 3, 36. Excuse me, if you need to see that. Times 3, 108, times 3, 324. Okay, so there you go. Number 31. All right, let's look at number 31. 31 says, given 2 terms in a geometric sequence, find the common ratio, the term name in the problem, and the explicit formula. Well, let's take a look. First of all, if you write this out, it really helps you see, okay? You got the first term of 1. You don't know the second, you don't know the third, and the fourth is 64. See that right there? Now, we got to find our common ratio. And we got to find the term, the one name, and then the explicit formula. Well, you can't find those things unless you know what the common ratio is. So, since this is my unknown, I'm going to label this one X. I'm going to label this one Y. Okay? Remember, a common ratio is always the second term divided by the first. So let's go see if we can find a common ratio. Step 1, X divided by 1. Second divided by first. Our ratio is always the same. This is where proportion comes in. Y over X. Second divided by the first is equal to the second divided by the first. It is always a common one. Cross multiply, so you got X squared is equal to Y. Okay? We'll do the same thing using 64. If you know X is to the first over 1, is that the same thing as 64 over Y also? 2 divided by 1, second time divided by the previous, second divided by the previous. Now cross multiply. X times y is equal to 64, x times y. Now take a look. What do they both have in common? They both have an x in common, they both have a y in common. But notice the y is to the first power, so you might want to set this one to equal to y. So we're going to divide by x, okay? So now you have y is equal to 64 over x. Keep these two in mind. Okay, do you guys see how both of these are equal to y? If the y is the same, equal means they're balanced. Aren't these two the same as well? Absolutely. So x squared is equal to 64 over x, okay? Cross multiply, or you can just multiply both sides by x, your choice. So now you have x to the third is equal to 64. So what is x equal to? Well, what's a cube root of 64? If you don't know, here's one thing you can do. You can use this sheet right here. 4 to the third is 64. Or you can hit math. You see number 4? Okay, 64, which is 4. All right, so x is equal to 4. So we looked at the cube root. Okay, so here's all the cube root. All right. So now we know x is 4. Can we find our common ratios now? Absolutely. So r is equal to 4 over 1, which is 4. So there's your common ratio, is a 4. Okay? That means I'm going to multiply it by 4. 4 times 4 is, so your y here is 16. So you've got the sequence. Given the two terms, find the common ratio. The term name. Oh, we got to go find the one that's named. Which one are we looking for? We are looking for the 10th term. So 810 is equal to your first term. What is my first term? A 1. Okay? Times your r raised to the 10 minus 1. So what is the 10th term going to be? 1 parentheses 4 raised to the 9th. Comes out to be 262,144. And there is your 10th term. What else are we supposed to find? Your explicit formula. So what's your explicit formula going to look like? A of n is equal to, starting at 1 raised to the 4, n minus 1. We should have done this first before we found that. Well, it's the same thing, okay? All right, there's number 31. 32, here we go. Let's take a look at 32. You want to find the first term, second term. We know the third is 27, and we know the fourth is 81. All right. So this one is a lot easier. You won't have to do all the work that you had to do 31, because all you have to do is find the common ratio. Common ratio, 81 over the previous one. That should be a 1. Okay? So what is 81 divided by 27? That's a 3. So your common ratio is a 3. Well, you really can't find your 11th term unless you know your first term. So let's take a look. Notice you would go 27 times 3 goes 81. Well, don't you go in reverse? What's opposite of multiplication? Division. So 27 divided by 3 gives you 9. Divided by 3 gives you 3. You now have the first term. Okay? Knowing the first term, you can now find your explicit formula. So what is your explicit formula going to look like? A of n is equal to, first term is 3, common ratio of 3, n minus 1. Now that you found your explicit, you can easily find the 11th term. So starting at 3, with a ratio of 3, 11 minus 1. And this comes, the 11th term comes out to be 177,147. Okay. By the way, this is not new math. This is proportions. You guys have done this for a long time. All right, let's look at number 33. Continue on, okay? Got to find that first term, don't we? So we don't know what the first term is. We don't know what the second term is, nor the third, but we know the fourth is 156.25. We don't know what the fifth is. We don't know what the sixth is, but we know the seventh is 2441.40625. All right, here we go. I'm actually going to go get a little paper for this one. Okay. All right, in case I run out of room. Here we go. All right, so what you are going to do first, I'm going to call this my X and this one my Y, just like number 31, okay? Don't worry, it's just a decimal. Don't be scared of it. So we're going to put X over 156.25 is equal to Y over X. See that right there? Cross multiply. So now you have X squared is equal to 156.25 times Y. Okay? Divide by that, so Y is equal to X squared divided by 156.25. This one you want to remember. All right. Set the second one up the same way. Let me see if I can find the right pen. Okay. X over 156.25 is equal to 241.40625 divided by Y. Do not round these just yet. If you round them, you're not going to get the same answer. Okay? Cross multiply. XY equal 2441.40625 times 156.25. And that comes out to be 381,469.7266. Solve for Y, so I'm going to divide it by X. Okay? I'm running out of room, so I'm not even going to write this. Notice the Y is the same, so these guys are the same. Okay, you ready? This is where I needed the extra paper. Okay, set those guys equal to each other. X squared over 156.25 is equal to 381,469.7266 over X. Okay, so this gives you X third equal. Now, just type this into your calculator. Let me see if I can find a spot. Here we go. 156.25 times, one time, 381,469.7266. And that gives you that number. Now, I'm not going to write all that number. You can if you want to, but I'm going to show you guys a little shortcut. You see this button right here that says answer? It will type that whole thing for you without you typing it all in, the previous answer, ANS, okay? So I'm going to hit math. See math? I'm going to go number 4 because I'm going to take a cube root of something. See that right there? Now I'm going to go grab ANS. See how it's in blue? Watch. Second answer. That means it's plugging all these numbers into that for me. This is just a little shortcut. You don't have to do it this way. I'm just giving you guys a little shortcut. So, what is X equal to now? X is equal to 390.625. That is going to be a very important number for you. So what is your X value? 390.25. Okay? Can you now find the common ratio? Absolutely. And that common ratio is going to be 390.25 divided by 156.25. See it right there? So type that in, divide it. Did I forget a 6? I sure did. There should be a 6 here. There should be a 6 here. Okay? Divide by 156.25. That comes out to be 2.5. There's no way around it. You have to do it this way. So there's your common ratio, is 2.5. Now that you know what the R is, could you guys go find the Y and everything else? Absolutely. 390.625 times 2.5. Okay, so you can go find all these terms. You can go find all the other terms. But you don't need to go find everything else. You just need to find your first term. Now, take a look. Remember, if you're going up, you're going to multiply. So if you're going down, you're going to divide. So you're going to take 156.25 divided by 2.5. that'll give you this term right here, 62.5. Divide 2.5 again. That'll give you this term here, 25. Divide by 2.5 again. That'll give you 10. So guess what your first term is? It is a 10. I just kept dividing. See that right there? Can you now find your explicit formula? Absolutely. All right, I'm running out of room. So your explicit formula looks like this, okay? A of n is in first term. What is my first term? A 10 times your r, which is 2.5, n minus 1. So there's your explicit. Now we're going to go find our fifth terms. Same thing. A of 5 is equal to 10 times 2.5, 5 minus 4. Oh, I just did not give myself enough room, did I? 2.5 raised to the 5 minus 1 is 4. Oops, so sorry. I'm going to redo that. Raised to the 4th. Okay? Wait, take a look. Is this fifth term? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've already found it. I shouldn't have had to do that. Okay? So here's your fifth term. And then what else? Find the common ratio, which we found out to be 2.5. Find the term in the problem, which is this one, the fifth one, and the explicit formula. There's that. And you are done. Okay? Alrighty. I will take this to the side, just so you guys will have it. Okay. Number 34. Let's see, we'll have enough room for this one. Alright. Number 34. Here we go. Need the first, second, your third is 2916, fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alrighty. We got to go find the sixth term. Okay, now let's take a look. I'm going to make that one my x and makes this one my y. Okay, same thing, right? So here we go. 2916 over x is equal to, oh, I went backward, so sorry. Okay, you ready? So, x over 2916 is equal to 256 over y. Okay? Guys, I'm going to come back to 34. I'm going to have to think about this one, okay? And I might probably do it on a separate video. But the 3 right here is throwing me off a little bit, so let me kind of think about it, and I will come back and show you guys how to do 34. So let's move on to 35. All right. On 35, you're going to use the following functions to perform the given operations in the problem 37 to 42. Okay? So, let me show you guys. Number 35. This should be 35. Okay, that should be 35 to 42. Here we go. Number 35, you're going to start from the inside out. So what's your g? Your x is now a 3, so you're going to go g of 3 is equal to 3 squared plus 2, which comes out to be 11. All right? Then you're going to use this to plug into your f. Here's your f. X, g of 3 is now 11, so negative 2 times 11 minus 5. That comes out to be negative 27. There's number 35. 36. You start off with a negative 5, okay? So f of negative 5, so you're going to have negative 2 times negative 5 minus 5. Negative 2 times negative 5 is 10. 10 minus 5 gives you 5. Now we're going to plug it into the h function. So your f of negative 5 is now 5. So you have square root of 5 minus 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. Square root of 1 is just 1. It's actually plus or minus 1. Okay? There you go. All right. Number 37. We're going to start off with the h. Here's your h right here. So you have h of negative 12 is equal to square root. X is now 12 minus 4. 12 minus 4 gives you square root of 8. Do not simplify yet. Wait until you get to the end where you do have to. There's no reason to simplify now and it not work, okay? Especially with radicals. All right, k. Here's your k right here. So this is the function we're going to use next. Your h of negative 12 is now square root of 8. So I'm going to move over to give myself a little room. Negative 3 times square root of 8 squared minus 4 times square roots of 8 plus 10. Okay, see how we just did that? 8 square root of 8 square is just 8. So now you have negative 24 minus 4 square roots of 8 plus 10. Combine your like terms, so that gives you negative 14 minus 4 square roots of 8. Can I combine these two? No. So that leaves it as your answer. No decimal, unless the decimal is in the problem, okay? Number 38. This is the same thing as g of 3. Same thing, all right? So we're going to start off with this g first. So what do you have? Your g of 3, you got 3 squared plus 2. 3 squared plus 2. 3 squared is 9 plus 2 makes that 11. So now your g of 3 becomes 11. Same problem. So 11 squared plus 2. 11 squared is 121 plus 2 is 123. Number 39, inside out, guys. H of 29. So, square root 29 minus 4 gives you 25. Square root of 25 is just 5. So that was your first. And now the other h, okay, is now a 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. Square root of 1 is just 1. Okay? Now we're going to do f, with it being 1. F of 1. So negative 2 times 1 minus 5. Negative 2 minus 5 is negative 7. There you go. It's actually plus or minus, so there's actually two answers for this one. But if you just do the positive, that's fine. Then it would be, the other answer would be this. Okay? So if it had been a negative 1, so it would be f of negative 1. So that would be negative 2 times negative 1 minus 5. Positive 2, that would be negative 3. So there's actually two answers for this one. But this is the one I'm looking for. So if you don't write this one, that's okay. But this one actually has two answers. Number 40, starting off with h of 8. Okay? 8 minus 4 gives you 4. Alright? Next you have an f. F is now a 4. Oh wait. Square root of 4 is 2. So sorry, this should be 2. Okay? So I did the h, now f of 2. So negative 2 times 2 minus 5 gives you negative 9. And then I got the g of negative 9, and then where's my g? So that'll be negative 9 squared. Please put parentheses around it, plus 2. 81 plus 2 makes it 83. Ooh, let's see if I can finish this. Times your f. F is now 83, which comes out to be negative 2 times 83 minus 5. Okay? So you'll have, this one I'm going to type in. 83 minus 5, and that comes out to be negative 171. Alrighty, guys. And there you have. I will come back to number 34 in a different problem, okay?